Hello, one. Hello, all. Welcome to Amigos After Dark. I'm TJ with the not so stoned one, Chronic Chris, and the one who gets so stoned he shits his pants, the one and only shit stained Steve.
Good morning, evening.
Good evening, good morning. Steve's done like 3 shows already today, so he's just blasted. Dude, could you guys believe it? It is 2025 and already the dumpster fire continues.
Really?
Well, think about it. You know, you got the guy that wrecked the truck in New Orleans. You got another one that wrecked another one wherever it was. I mean, and they're killing people.
Yeah.
They're blowing up electric vehicles and they're killing people.
Yeah. It's kind of senseless if you ask me.
I don't.
It's just expensive. Who's paying
I
for
personally don't understand it. Where's all the anger from?
it? Right. Why? And why?
I'd call it thinning the herd, but they're going after the wrong sheeple.
Well, man, it's like sitting there and trying to talk to your butthole, Chris. I mean, for crying out loud. Your ass is always talking shit.
Well,
How am I always talking shit?
No, not you, your ass.
Oh, well. Sometimes it's giving a shit.
oh yeah.
It's either
Well, at
talking
least it's
shit or
not
giving
taking a stiff
shit.
one.
The only part of me that actually gives a shit.
Now, I do have to ask you guys, did you guys, on New Year's Day, did you guys all poop?
Yep.
I did, but I couldn't poop until I got home.
Well, what the hell, shit break?
Well, here's the thing is I woke up in a hotel in Nashville and the bathroom in the room was occupied and then the bathroom downstairs was occupied. So I just got in my car and headed home and pooped at home.
You said
Well, I'm glad all you pooped yesterday, so that way you didn't carry last year's shit with you, you know?
Yeah, I pooped 3 times.
3 times.
Yeah. I got it all out.
So, next year, DJ is going to this bash with me, and we're going to crowd surf.
You're going to get Steve crowd surfing?
No, I'm going to get you crowd surfing.
Oh, no, I'm too old for that shit now.
You only live once. You can
I've done it.
You can surf a crowd.
I want to see Steve surfer. I want to see Steve crowd surf.
Yeah, right. You can't stand
Dude,
up.
if I'm in a crowd and I see Steve surfing coming towards me, I'm getting the fuck out of the way.
Exactly. You better get the fuck out of the way. It's gonna hurt bad.
But I not only want Steve crowd surfing, I want his ass facing down towards everybody when he's doing it.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's
I think
normally
that
how
is.
you crowd surf.
So then Steve's crowd
You're laying
surfing
on
and
your
all of a sudden.
back, laying on your back as they're pushing you down.
Well, I mean, that would just be, you know, if they're ever, you know, provided as I'm writing these different books, if they continue, that'd just be a great story to put in the book. You know, Steve went crowd surfing and then all of a sudden his gut had a rumble. And then he wasn't crowd surfing anymore
Yeah, you better put me down.
because the prairie dog came out to play.
Yep. You know, I was watching that video of that Belushi speedball, and they fucking roll off the stage.
Oh, dude, Vinny, that's my buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, fucking, I love Belushi speedball.
They do kind of remind me a lot of my brothers, man.
Well, see, I'm waiting for the day that I can take Steve to Amsterdam.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Let's go.
I want to take Steve to Amsterdam, watch him walk into the coffee shop and go, I'll take a latte and a doobie.
Well, anymore, it's, I mean, you can get that almost anywhere in the United States anymore.
You can, but just Amsterdam being Amsterdam. Yeah,
Right. It is. It's stoner Mecca.
yeah, get there at least once in your life,
Club vendor sex.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Yeah, I actually have a couple people that have invited me over to hang out in Germany and Amsterdam.
Now, I loved it when I was stationed in Germany. I really did. I had a blast.
Yeah, I got a group of friends over in Stuttgart.
Really? Are they hot?
Well, they are he.
Oh.
One of them is actually my best friend Doug's brother. Lives over there now.
Well, I mean, wait a minute. I am asking you. So,
and the other one is our Wednesday night DJ, Johnny Chadwick. He is out of Stuttgart.
Well, I mean, it's only gay adjacent to kind of check out a guy. It's okay. I mean, it's okay if you're gay. It's okay if you're straight. It don't matter. You're a guy and you look at a guy and you go, oh, you know what? That guy's pretty good looking. You can get away with that these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still not gonna.
Man, it sounds like a very prejudicial attitude to have.
I'm not prejudiced. I say to each their own. You do what you live your life your way. I'm just going to continue to be me.
I'm trying to get you to evolve a little bit. Evolution is a good thing.
Oh.
We're evolving.
I mean, I'll bet you, just as sure as I'm sitting here, that Steve wouldn't have a problem telling you if somebody was good looking or not.
Well,
Oh, right?
Like,
hey.
Yeah. I don't pull no punches.
No, you never have.
No.
You have.
The minister of marijuana will go down.
You almost got what? Go ahead, Steve.
That's a promise.
Do what?
The minister of marijuana will go down. Yeah. I'll kick his ass. I'm gonna smoke. He'd be like, I can't stay away. I can't.
Oh, that's.
True.
Oh, there you go. Tommy says it right there. Screw evolving, and most good-looking people are serial killers.
Well, I don't know about that.
That is true.
Well,
did you know that Debbie Harry from Blondie actually escaped an encounter with Ted Bundy?
Really?
Yes, back in the 70s, fucking Ted Bundy was cruising in his Volkswagen trying to pick up people, and he passed Debbie Harry once, and she's like, no, I'm good. And then a little bit later, he passed her again, and she was wearing these heels that were really uncomfortable, and she hopped in the car, and immediately it was weird. She said he smelt really bad. It was just really creepy vibe, and there were no fucking door handles, so she smashed out the window, opened the door from the outside, and jumped out.
Yep, that's why we call him Stinky Ted.
So yeah, Debbie Harry could have been a victim.
That's
Happened
insane,
in
dude.
New York City. Yep.
Well, Bundy was okay. He was average. He wasn't like, except he was no Fabio.
Bundy.
Oh,
was
yeah.
able
Corey
to-
says he just saw it and said, yeah, it was definitely in NYC.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep. The thing about Bundy is, like Manson, he was a manipulator.
Manson wasn't attractive.
No, but he was a very good manipulator.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Man, all you guys dissing on my Uncle Chuck.
Richard Ramirez.
I would never put down Uncle Charlie.
Oh, I still say motherfucker should never serve the fucking moment. He did not kill those people. He did not physically kill those people.
No, he did not.
So he should have never served any time for murder.
Oh, he actually he did admit to a couple other murders.
He did,
though.
yeah, okay.
He did kill a couple bikers.
Yeah.
No, you know what? I'll tell you. There was a fictional series that came out a few years back, and it was one I watched. I really got into. It was only 2 seasons, but it was called Aquarius. Okay, based in the '60s, had David Duchovny playing a West Hollywood police officer, and it was at the same time frame as the Manson family.
Well, and
And they just did a fantastic job with that cast. I don't know why it didn't go as far, any farther.
Me and my wife were just talking about it the other day, and he wasn't actually, they say it was Brian Wilson and the other Beach Boy guy, but he was actually just targeting the house. He had no idea who was there.
Right.
God, that's gonna drive me nuts what that other guy's name is.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Steve, you were around back then. Do you remember?
Oh, what year?
What are you getting mad at me for? I'm asking a serious question.
What year was that? 72? I was 7 years old.
68.
No, I was 68.
Oh, I was a year
August
old.
19th or August 17th, 1968.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
hold on a minute. You weren't even born.
No, I was a year old. I was born in 1967.
Okay.
Wait.
I was going to say, wait a minute. You can't tell me that you weren't around in the 60s.
I was a year old. I was a fucking year
Manson
old.
murders.
I didn't start murdering people until I got into my 50s. Oh, did I say something?
August 9th and 10th, 1969. My bad.
Oh, 69. Well, I'm still a year and a half old.
I knew I was wrong when I said 68. It did not sound right.
Yeah. But I mean, no, that series Aquarius, it was just so good with how they portrayed everything, and especially, Uncle Chucky.
Yeah. I know there's a new series on Netflix. I think called Making a Man.
Corey actually hits it right on the head.
My opinion is Charlie was a good singer-songwriter. I mean, the Beach Boys took his song, and that's what it really was all about, was that.
Well, that's what set him off.
Yeah. And even the Guns N' Roses have covered Charles Manson. So I mean, he was a really good singer-songwriter. He just, I don't know what his problem was breaking in.
Tommy said Steve looks like he is more of a John Wayne Gacy fan than any of them.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would love to have one of his paintings.
What, John Wayne Gacy?
Yeah.
I could see that with you.
I'd love to have a Gacy painting just hanging on the wall.
I've actually, when my mom worked for the state police, I got to meet that dude, the lead investigator that made the discovery when he went in the bathroom and the heat kicked on. He said, because if you ever smell a decaying body, he said, you'll never forget the smell. He said, when I went in that bathroom and the heat kicked on, I knew right then it was in the crawl space. They were in the crawl space.
You know, I'll almost put money says there's at least a couple more Gacy bodies out there.
Oh, yeah. But in fact, my brother fucking lived in a Death Plains Liver in Brookfield. And just fucking a year ago, they fucking had a body wash up in his backyard.
Oh yeah, but on the rivers in Illinois, that's if you ain't had a body wash up in your yard, you ain't lived on the river in Illinois.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, we knew a guy, like Tommy and I knew a guy that has passed away sadly, but he actually bought property in what was going to be turned into a really upscale neighborhood in Peoria, and then some serial killer. Like the bodies washed up right at his address.
Damn.
And he was just like, I got to unload him. Oh my God, this is not super.
Well, I wonder
just to give you an idea who it was.
Yes, Tommy, he painted clowns.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you know. That's just.
I think there's a body in Springfield. He lived in Springfield for a while.
I think there's a lot of bodies in Springfield, and some of them might have come from Madigan.
Oh, they're probably all over the place.
I don't want to know how many bodies the Madigans have buried around Springfield. I really don't.
Fuck, there was a spot in Crest Hill that literally was a dumping ground for the mob, serial killers, whoever needed to get rid of a body. There was a dumping ground for them.
Well,
so they have me taking a lease trailer to Houston. I have to go find it. Where are you, trailer?
What's MK Ultra?
Well, I mean, peak's over, so we're trying to get the garbage out of here.
yeah.
And the first things we try to get rid of are the lease trailers. I mean, we try to get them out of here as fast as we can. And once they're gone, then we start focusing on everything else. You know what I mean?
No. What the fuck is a leaf trailer? You talking?
Chris, you're going to have to, what does that say that Corey wrote?
I'm pretty sure Manson was part of the MK Ultra. I'm trying to find out what exactly that is.
Hey, that's a good question. I'd like to know myself.
I know when he died, I mean, even at the end, he was still able to attract people. He has a son that is a DJ out in California, and he has a widow who took his ashes to an undisclosed location.
Probably back up to the Tate family household.
I say it's out there near Spawn Ranch.
The Unabomber was from about an hour west of Tommy, where he's at in Montana, and his brother still lives there.
Oh yeah, Ted Kaczynski. What's his name? Timothy McVeigh. He was from Michigan, and his brother still lives there.
Great. I found my trailer, and I've got a guy that's right the fucking way.
TJ, he lives right down the road from Waco, and I keep telling him, you know, the fucking compound and shit, it's still there. The church is still active. Go
yeah, I know. I've been there.
I want to go check it out.
I mean, it's kind of a neat little historical site. Yeah, I've been there.
Is that dude still alive?
I know a lot of younger people may not remember, but did you know that the Heaven's Gate website is still active?
Really?
No shit.
Yeah, there is someone that is still running the website.
You know, you have got to be really, really fucking bored to look that up and see if it's still active.
Yeah.
I wonder if this serial killer site's still around.
No, they were a suicide cult. Not a serial killer. They were a suicide cult.
So they worshipped Ahmed?
No, they had the whole Hail Bop had a spaceship following behind it, and they committed suicide so they could hop onto this spaceship and ride out with it.
Okay, there it is. Corey says that MK Ultra was a CIA operation that dosed people with acid to try and control them.
Oh, the Timothy Leary experiments.
Yes. And Mikey says, "Hey, what's going on? How you doing, Mike?"
My
Going pretty fucking good.
well,
I woke up at 7 a.m. and I've been hitting the pen nonstop since.
Of course, the Las Cruces crew. I mean, they're paying attention tonight. I wanted to give a special shout out to them. You know, people who have been my friends and fans and everybody out there for over 20 years. God, well, almost 20 years. I shouldn't say over yet, because I moved there in late 2005. So.
There's aliens out there.
What? Where?
Las Cruces, New Mexico.
No, there's not. That's in Roswell.
The bullshit. They landed in oh yeah, that's New Mexico.
That's in
They're all over
Roswell.
out there in the desert, man.
They landed in Roswell.
They're
Which is
all
flat,
over the
desolate desert.
Something in the iron out there.
I think I'm going to start a cult. Like Tommy says, when will joining a cult be out of fashion? I think I'm going to start a cult. It's going to be the asshole cult. The whole thing you got to be a part of this cult is just go out and be an asshole. But be an honest asshole.
Why start a cult when you can start a harem?
No, I want to start a harem for Steve.
See, I saw Steve's eyes lit up the minute I said it.
Oh yeah.
Steve needs a harem.
Steve needs a handy. Here.
God damn it, I'm drinking my coffee. Fuck.
Steve, we're gonna find you a harem. But the thing about it is, when they look at you, you got to play a game of how many teeth is in her mouth.
Oh, I don't give a shit about that.
All right, so Corey's saying that one of the vacations they took, he called it the death trip. They stopped in Oklahoma City, went to the bombing, then they went to the Branch Dividends compound, and then they went to Waco, then they went to Daley Plaza, and they drove the Kennedy route.
That would be cool.
So yeah, that's a good historical tour. That's a good run.
Actually,
I don't know why you would. I don't know why you would go to Waco and then hit Dallas on the return.
The one my wife wants to see, and I would love to take her to, just because I have other things there I want to see. She wants to see the tunnel where Princess Diana's car crashed.
Oh, that was actually, Tommy. When was that finished? Because I think you and I were both stationed overseas at the time. The tunnel. Well, when I was there, it wasn't that old. That's the tunnel that goes under the English Channel between England and France.
Yeah, and hold on, hold on. She can tell you the exact.
I've driven through that tunnel. And that's a wild trip. There you go. Tommy actually makes a point. One is bad enough.
Diana die?
One is bad enough. Get your sister wives to start running the cycle at the same time.
1997.
My wife can tell you the exact moment Princess Diana died.
No shit. I remember it, but I couldn't tell you.
Okay, yeah, it was in the 90s that the tunnel was finished.
It was August 31st, 1997.
Wow.
So and it was still relatively new then.
I love you too.
Because I got to Germany in late 1998. And one of the trips that my first wife and I took, and it was after one of my deployments. You never took the Channel Tunnel. Wow. the Channel. Well, it was after one of my first deployments. My wife and I, well, she and I were engaged at the time. We decided we wanted to go to England. And we were in Kaiserslautern, Germany. So getting to France was not that long of a trip. We get into France. We get to Paris because she was like, I want to see Paris. Oh, it's so beautiful. No, Paris is fucking dirty. Paris is dirtier than Steve's laundry.
Oh, that's bad. Yeah, that's
Full of
bad.
stinky
Yeah.
people that will insult you. I hate Paris.
Oh,
But
really?
then we got to the tunnel for the Channel, and we took the tunnel, and we popped up, and okay, so you were there 88 till Desert Storm, and I was there 98 to 2000. But we took the tunnel, we came up, and then I loved London. And we had we got about a 10-day pass because I had just got back. My first sergeant knew that we wanted to spend some time together. We really didn't have a whole lot of time. So while we were there, we ended up driving up the British countryside, and we ended up crossing into Ireland. And I was like, yeah, we're not sticking around Belfast. Let's go back. Safest place in the world to be Jewish is Belfast, Ireland, Northern
Yeah.
Ireland.
Oh, yeah. They don't fuck with sons there.
Indulge.
I'll tell you that.
Why is Northern Ireland the safest place in the world to be Jewish?
Because the Catholics and the Protestants are still fighting.
Oh, yeah. See, I would love to go see Notre Dame, the catacombs.
Oh, yeah.
But
and
no,
then
when
I'd
she
like
and I,
to go see some of the castles.
no, I love the castles. A lot. We did see a lot of the castles. But no, when we got the chance, I mean, we didn't stay long in Northern Ireland. We got the hell out of there. But you know, we toured London and a lot of a lot of England itself on that trip. And then whenever we got a 3 or 4 day pass, we always grabbed a flight and we went somewhere. We went and checked out something. So our honeymoon was in Rome. We took one flight to Dublin, and we did actually go visit old Irish countryside there. We made it to Amsterdam. We made it to Prague. We did a lot. We had a ball. You know, I was on a temporary duty assignment in Stuttgart, so she and I toured the Porsche factory.
Hey, that's where my buddy works.
Tommy says he stayed out of the UK. The UK, unless their base team played there, hated the damn food. You're right. The food was bland.
Really? Like one of
Yeah,
them or
now,
something,
Tommy's
man.
absolutely right. It was really bland.
Well, that's why they stay drunk.
Pretty much. High tea. You know, my first wife, she got to experience high tea with a couple people there. And she was like, this fucking sucks, you know?
Getting all fancy, having tea time.
I like tea.
But it was crazy. While we were over there, we took advantage, you know? We actually, both of us were Catholics, so we actually did do Mass at the Vatican. So, and that was back while Pope John Paul II was still alive, his short ass. Of course, Pisa, Venice, Luxembourg, Holland, Belgium, and Greece. When we went to Luxembourg, we actually went to Patton's tomb, and one of the most amazing places I've ever seen, because he's got a little chapel behind where his grave is at. Okay.
Oh.
And I mean, it's like maybe an 8x8 little stone chapel, but he is buried in front of this giant formation of U.S. soldiers that passed during World War II in Luxembourg. It's such a humbling experience to go up there. And I mean, General Patton was one of my heroes.
Right.
So to experience that was even better.
Because I know when I visited.
Tommy was in Desert Storm in Germany till 88.
He was in 88. He was in Germany from 88 until the first Desert Storm.
Hell, he probably crossed paths with Slider.
Maybe could have, might have.
Slider was in Germany at the fall of the Berlin Wall, and then he was in Operation Desert Storm at the Battle of 73 Easting.
If this guy is getting ready to try to do what I think he's going to try to do, I'm going to have to stop him and tell him, hey, I'm assigned that trailer.
He trying to hook up to your trailer?
I mean, granted, I don't want to take it, but I think he's going to try. No, he's just going to walk around and look like a dipshit.
He don't know what he's looking for. He just wants to make it look like he knows what he's looking for.
Stoner and two sober guys.
You know what? I'll bet you if Shelley was here, he'd know what he'd be looking for.
He was a Turkish millionaire for a weekend.
He'd be looking for some vagina.
Yeah, now go over there and fucking our money ain't worth shit.
Oh yeah, the exchange rate back then was fucking awesome. Yeah, Tommy's absolutely right on that one. Like, I used to exchange Deutschmarks 2 for $1. So it was like every dollar was worth 2 Deutschmarks. Now, the one that was worthless, and I think I still have some of it, is the Italian lira.
Yeah.
Oh my!
So you used to go get these.
Oh no! I went. I'm telling you what. I went and got. I just went and got McDonald's. You know, we had just gotten in. We weren't going to be downtown, so we went, and it was in Pisa, and we just hit a McDonald's on the way into the post, and I didn't order much. You know, just burger, fries, drink.
Yeah.
Got a beer with my food. They're like 9 million lira. I'm like, what? 9 million lira to get a fucking Big Mac?
I got a Deutschmark in the collection. And those of you that were in the military, if you ever over British Armed Forces commissary money.
I believe in my stuff that's in the safe that my dad is holding for me, I believe there is still a Russian ruble that is in my my stuff.
Yeah.
My monies that I got from overseas.
Oh.
Yes, I still have a finning. I still do have a finning, Tommy.
What's a pfennig?
It's like the German version of a penny.
Okay.
And they were really difficult to get. And a matter of fact, I have the 5-mark coin. And I have a 2-mark bill.
I'll show you a German coin.
Thomas said you didn't want to get caught with that one? Nah. Really?
This is a coin that I would not want to be caught with in my possession if I was ever in Germany. And I'm in the wrong box.
Why would you want to be caught with it? I mean, is it bad? Is it money?
You'll see in just a moment.
Oh,
right there on top.
Oh, yeah, okay.
There,
Oh,
the camera here.
Oh, look at that. That's fucking badass. That's fucking badass.
That's a Reichmark from World War II Germany.
Damn, how much is that worth? I mean,
I've yet to find another one like it. I've been offered $150 for it, and I told the guy no, thank you.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I mean, over there in their value, I mean, what would it buy me?
That coin is actually illegal in Germany.
Really? Illegal?
Yeah.
Because there's skull and crossbones on it?
Yeah, because of where it's from and
right.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, that's fucking badass. So.
Yeah. All that stuff, even if it's just a memorabilia and you're a collector, you get in a lot of trouble for that over in Germany.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, I bet. Yeah.
That's a part of
that's not one of them you want to be caught with at all.
Yeah, that's a part of their history they assume would try to forget about.
Finning check. The one without a finning had to buy a round for the bar.
So wait.
Ooh.
Oh, so like a finning was like a challenge coin?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the finning it was difficult to get like a single finning to begin with.
Tommy, I've heard of people over there that do the salute and they actually get prison time for it.
Oh.
Well, the cops will beat you with sticks. Tommy's right.
Yeah, I've heard you can also get prison time too.
Ooh.
But I mean, you know what? There are certain things that they are just very adamant about that I've got to agree with. Like their laws on DUI are so much more different than ours.
Oh yeah. Dude, zero tolerance.
You damn right. And if you refuse the breathalyzer, the German Polizei could slam your ass against the hood and draw your blood on the spot.
Yeah. Gestapo.
And Deutsche Polizei did not play with that. They would fucking do it.
Yeah, but they beat you on the way.
I tell you, I hope you're good at this because I'm a hard stick.
But here's what I have a hard time wrapping my head around. Is, they highly frown upon all that stuff. But Volkswagen, Mercedes, a lot of their products that they make their money on were developed in the 1930s Germany. Volkswagen was created.
Yes.
Mercedes.
Now, Mercedes has been around since the late 1800s.
Right.
No, not Mercedes. My bad. Porsche.
Yeah.
I do believe Porsche was during 1930s Germany. Yeah.
Yes. They were buddy.
Oh yeah.
Adolf,
but and again, let's go back to this. Like they want to forget that part of their history where they basically it was Pinky in the brain and they were brain. They were trying to take over the world, and then Japan and Italy were Pinky.
All right.
For anybody who's old enough to get the Animaniacs reference here.
Now, if you ever noticed that during that era, the countries that were trying to take over the world were the ones that were the founding fathers of methamphetamine as we
Yep.
know it today.
Yep.
Yeah, because they were trying to keep their soldiers going.
The Japanese first created it, and the Germans took it from them and refined it.
And now the Americans are going, don't do meth. It's bad.
Oh, but
As their teeth are falling out.
I don't know. And I'll be honest. I don't know if you watch this series, but the Penguin.
He built the Panzer tanks.
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah. The Penguin.
But you know what I'm saying is, it's like, all right, let's take a look at this. They don't have a problem with the quality product they build. And they do build quality products. I mean, I would not be looking at another BMW if I did not believe in the product.
Right.
Okay. But the history, they would love to leave that in the past.
Right. Well, and here's what I wonder though, like how in Amsterdam they have the Anne Frank house and all of that. And I know they have like tours of Auschwitz and
that is one place I will never fucking go again.
I know they got the tours of Auschwitz and Dachausen, but like would they have something like in the ghettos of Berlin? Like a little tribute monument to the
there's different things around Berlin that are tours of that time. But I mean, there is a lot of shame involved as they're doing those tours. Now,
Right.
no, I did accept an opportunity to go and tour Auschwitz, and you walked in there and it felt like death when you walked in the gate.
I don't think I could go to Auschwitz.
And I'm telling you right now, I will never, ever, ever go. That is the one place that freaked me out so much that I would never go back.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think I could do that.
I would want to do it just because it's part of history, and you know I have a thing for history.
You know,
I do too, but I'm telling you, I have been there, and I do not believe in the paranormal. I am the first one to look at somebody and say, ghosts are bullshit. And I mean, Steve could back this up. Adam could back this up. Everybody's heard me say ghosts are bullshit.
And he doesn't like Jeff Gordon either.
Until you went to Auschwitz and felt it.
I went to Auschwitz, and if there was any place that would make me change my mind, it was there.
See, now I here in the United States, I'd like to take a tour of the Waverly Asylum. I actually tried to go there. I went up to the gate, and there were signs posted that says you're on camera, blah, blah, blah. And I thought, well, I better call that number and see when I can come up here and not get in trouble.
Well, I remember as a kid, you know, the old Bartonville Asylum. It was in Peoria. It was not open to the public. They didn't do tours or anything. It just sat there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many times I broke into that place and slept. Never bothered by that one once. The padded rooms were fun.
They are, aren't they?
That was a lot of fun, but I'm telling you, I never got freaked out there. But Auschwitz, when I walked in there, literally it felt like the temperature dropped 20 degrees just walking through the gate. You felt it.
TJ,
Well, the
you've inspired
amount of
me.
death there. I mean, my goodness.
Because I've thought of ways to renovate this house that we're moving into to make it fun, and I think I am gonna put a padded room in the basement.
Might not be a bad idea for you.
Mhm.
I mean, you might especially need it after Smoker Mania.
Just don't forget like padded cuffs or a straight jacket, just for decoration.
Oh man,
I'll just hang up some
it's been a
fuzzy
while
pink
since-
handcuffs.
It's been a while since I bounced off the walls in a padded room.
I've only been in a padded room one time. They call it the timeout room.
Just
I was
once? I don't fucking believe
Yeah.
you.
I've been in the funny farm several times. Only in
so
a
there's-
padded room once.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't believe there's no way you've been in a padded room fewer times than I have.
Yeah, I've only been in a padded room one time, and that was when originally I was being checked in, and they told me we had to go in this room because I had to totally get naked, and they had to document all scars and everything. Like if I had a cat scratch on me or whatever, they had to identify on my whole body. I said, "I even got to take my underwear off?" She said, "Yeah, you even got to take your underwear off." Okay.
Now, I'll tell you what, the one is you don't want to admit in jail that you're depressed.
No, then you get the paper suit.
Oh, they gave you paper?
It was a paper suit to cover up
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
They let you cover up?
Yeah.
What do you
And
think this
they
is,
will-
TJ? The Shawshank Redemption?
Well, I mean, I was just in, it was in Tazewell County, and I said I was depressed. They're in Pekin, and they stuck me in there naked.
And put you in the naked. Okay, some places still put you in the naked
Yeah.
room. A lot of places now give you like this paper
Yeah. paper
gown to
thin.
cover up in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they set the air conditioner on like 50, set to keep meat cold.
Hey, you know what you do? You fucking fill that sink full of hot water and just start dipping yourself in it a little bit at a time. See,
They
CO
shut the
came-
hot water
CO
off.
came up. CO came up and did a check as I was dipping my balls. What are you doing? I said, I'm freezing my fucking balls off in here, trying to keep them warm.
Yeah, they turned it down to where you could have stored meat in that cell.
They were storing your meat, TJ.
I've never.
But
I'm
well,
sure
then
I've
and I was in there for a weekend. I mean, it's like the next day, then they turn the heat all the way up, and I'm in there. I'm harder than Chinese arithmetic and knocking on the fucking door with it.
Like, listen, I did my time. I spent 2 months in McFarland, so I'm fine.
Oh,
I've been to McFarland.
I've been in McFarland.
I did 90 days in McFarland.
TJ, have you been to McFarland?
Nope, never gonna go either.
I did 60 days.
I actually went to the VA and I sat down with their shrinks and worked with my doctors and figured out what the problem was, and now I'm medicated.
Oh,
Hey,
good for
No.
you.
I'll tell you what, of all the psychiatric hospitals I've been in, McFarland was one of the best.
Yeah, I've been in St. John's. I've been in Memorial, and I've been in McFarland, and there's a place down in South County in St. Louis called what's that called? But it's associated with the South County Hospital down there. But it's that's where they made me go in the padded room.
That is par for the course for this show. Hey, where's the best nut house in Illinois?
Well, as far as Illinois goes, I've been to Ottawa, McFarland, and Tinley Park.
Now, when I was in Granite City, I was said I was suicidal, and they gave me, because I just had to have surgery, they gave me a guard. She was hot.
Well,
Yeah, that's what you want to give someone who's kind of depraved and in one of those places. A hot guard. That seems like a good idea.
Oh yeah, she was really nice.
I don't know what happened at Tinley Park or McFarland. All I know is I woke up from a bender the first time at Tinley Park. They said, your breakfast is here. I stuck my fork in the eggs, picked up the whole plate and said, nope, making a phone call. Get me out of here. Second time I woke up from a bender at McFarland, and They gave me a good breakfast and said, you can go over here to smoke if you want, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, we can do this.
Welcome to the family.
Yeah.
And then that was where Chris looked up and he goes, I'd love to go over there smoke. Can I get a latte and a doobie?
No, after 30 days, I was allowed to go home, but I was fucking the girl across the hall, so I decided to stay.
See, my problem would be is if I wound up in a place like that, then there was a hot girl in there, I'd probably end up banging her.
That's why I stayed.
See, I didn't bang the cute girl that I was in with. I ended up marrying her.
No, you don't go for the fucking ownership program. You go for a lease.
Yeah.
There wasn't a girl named Elise there.
Dude.
Oh, you made her.
He sure did.
It's almost as bad as marrying somebody you never met.
Crazy Ward.
I will never, I'm telling you right now, you guys laugh at me when I say it. You think I'm full of shit, but I'm telling you right now, as sure as I sit here, I will never, ever get married again. Ever.
Me neither. I got my wife I'm with now, and we got a good thing. And if anything ever happens, no, I'm never getting married again.
Yep, you do have a good thing for you, Chris. She tells you what to do, and you do exactly that.
No, not necessarily. The other day, after my people called me and said, hey, we're in Nashville, come down, I looked at my wife and said, hey, I'm going to Nashville. She said, okay, have fun.
Oh, she did that just to...
Don't do anything that'll get you in trouble.
She did that just to get you out of the house for a while. She probably wanted you to go blow the funk off.
Oh, Chris, I need to ask you. Is Jelly Roll's
What?
open yet?
What?
Is Jelly Roll's bar open yet?
They're
open yet,
working on it. I don't know. I didn't go to Broadway. I wanted to go to Broadway, but I didn't. But my picture is still on the Willie and Friends museum wall as a Willie impersonator. I was proud to see that. I didn't get to see Jelly Roll perform, but I did get to see him get up there and do a little thing with Bert Kreischer.
Yeah, looking good, man.
I mean, I will say it. I know Slider is not a fan of me saying this, but I'm not a fan.
Hey, you know, to each their own. It's not everyone's cup of tea. I'm not a fan of everything he's done, but I am a fan of a few of his songs.
Right.
I mean, when I'm thinking country music again, I'll say it again. I think Willie, Waylon, Johnny Cash. You know, I'm thinking Merle.
Yeah, this shit they put out nowadays ain't country music.
David Allan Coe.
Yeah.
Clint Black.
Ernest Tubb, Conway Twitty, Merle Haggard. Hell, I'll even go a little bit further down and say Randy Travis, Travis Tritt, Confederate Railroad, Alabama.
Well, you know, right there. Steve's saying it. Clint Black.
Anything up till Garth Brooks when he started doing the stadium country. That's what ruined country music.
Garth Brooks did a lot for country music, but when he started making it mainline, when it became mainstream, it was not the same.
No. But yeah, like,
well, I am
hell, even who we lost last year, Toby Keith.
Oh yeah.
You know, I did enjoy a lot of Toby Keith's stuff. I really did.
Yeah.
I liked Toby Keith in the 90s.
Red Solo Cup.
No, should have been.
No, he's talking should have been a cowboy.
Yep, should have been a cowboy.
What about that one? What do you think of me now?
How do you like me now? Now that I'm on my way.
Exactly. Yeah.
Let's see. I can't read what Corey said here, but I'm going to highlight it.
It started to blow when that goddamn bro country shit came out. I blame it all on Florida Georgia line.
I agree. And that's
Yeah.
more the classification I put Jelly Roll in.
Yeah. I agree.
Oh, it's just like hip hop, rap, all of that. That had some soul to it back in the day. It was music.
Yeah.
The song that pops up in my head that I think about that where I saw that make the turn was that damn Laffy Taffy song. I hate that fucking song.
The best one is Miley Cyrus by Stitches.
You know what?
Steve, you just want to see Miley Cyrus naked.
Hip hop rap would have died with fucking Pac and Biggie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Pac and Biggie it started going down then.
Because then you had fucking Diddy and Jay-Z and Master P and Nelly and
hey, Steve likes Diddy. I mean, Diddy invites Steve to the parties.
You bet.
And Steve probably went.
I took to
he went as the Stain.
I guess the story goes there's one of his people that worked for him that's getting ready to do a tell-all that straight up said he would not be around Diddy unless there was a camera.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they've rolled Jay-Z into that now too.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, they're rolling all kinds of people into it. Jay-Z, Beyonce, Usher.
Now Elon Musk has been rolled into. I saw that.
I'd let Beyonce do some naughty things to me.
She ain't no country singer, but she could ride me.
I recently found out that Eminem, the shit he did with Rihanna, him and Diddy got beef, and the song "Monsters" that Eminem did with Rihanna is about Diddy.
Oh, really?
Oh, is it?
Because I guess Rihanna was under Diddy's control, and Eminem got her out, and then fucking Diddy got mad at Eminem, and they did all that shit about it. And there's actually a documentary right now on Netflix about the guy that took the picture of the Prince with Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
I've seen it advertised. I haven't watched it yet, but yeah.
Well, see, right there, Corey's saying, when the whole Diddy thing did blow up and the list came out, man, there's a lot of people that are going down.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, and did you know?
I'll tell you what, and unless I miss my guess, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm relatively certain Ice Cube is not on that list.
No.
And I think Dre and Snoop slid on it too.
Yeah,
they're not on. Nope, they're not. Nope.
I don't think Ice-T is either.
They've managed to distance themselves from Diddy long before this shit even happened. But did you notice after Diddy got busted, a lot of people like Usher and Beyonce and Jay-Z, they immediately split. They left America.
Yeah.
Oprah's gone. Oprah, they're gonna. I can't wait for the tell-all on.
Well, Oprah's on Epstein's shit.
Oprah's on Epstein's list. Oprah's on Diddy's list.
Yeah, I never want Oprah to do anything dirty to me.
I do Oprah. Maybe.
What?
I do Oprah.
You would do Oprah?
Hell yeah.
No.
If Oprah come knocking on my door, I say, come on in, baby.
Next thing I know, you're going to tell me you would do Rosie O'Donnell.
Yep.
Oh, he probably would. He would.
He
definitely would.
That just shows how much he's hurting for it.
Here's the thing. I classify Oprah and Ellen, and there's a bunch of others. They seem like really, really good people on camera, on TV. But a lot of people that work for them have said, that's just a front. When the cameras are off, they are straight fucking evil.
Yeah.
Well, you saw a little bit of that. Or remember the episode of The Fresh Prince where they wound up on Oprah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she kind of showed a little bit of her true colors right there. Here's some tickets. Go do that to Donahue.
Yeah.
But yeah, fucking because of Oprah, she's the reason why a few years back Illinois Department of Corrections got all brand new buses.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, she didn't want to go to prison in a crappy bus.
Can't fucking house the inmates, but you can get them brand new buses.
You know, and my brother works in the Illinois Department of Corrections. He'll tell you it's crowded.
Oh yeah. Dude, the last time I ever went, and it's like I said, when I got out, that's the last time. I'm done. I was free. I was off paper. I'm a good boy now. But they actually had us sleeping on a gym floor in Stateville.
Well, I think there's a little more to that. Like, your wife would divorce you if you got in trouble again.
Yeah. But no, like I said, they had us sleeping on a floor in a gym in Stateville, and all these guys are like, blah, blah, blah. This is cruel and unusual punishment. I'm just sitting there like, dude, we broke the fucking law. It could be worse.
Mhm.
Go to prison in Mexico. Go to prison in Thailand.
Yeah?
You don't get the comforts you get here in DOC in United States.
Yeah, they start throwing a fit if they don't have cable TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, go to prison somewhere else. You
People
don't
in
like
prison in Mexico start throwing a fit if they don't have clothes.
Well, we had the whoever those inmate advocate people fucking came up to me one day while I was locked up, and they're like, do you have any complaints about the way you've been treated here and blah blah blah? And I'm like, you know what? I broke the fucking law. I deserve to be locked up. Get the fuck away from me. I know what I did.
All right.
And ladies and gentlemen, in case you're wondering, he was locked up for masturbation in public.
That was not what I was locked up for.
There's a conviction for cranking and yanking.
Yeah.
Churning and burning, maybe?
While smoking a doobie, so it'd be churning and burning.
Yeah.
I kept my mouth shut on a burglary rap and ended up having to do time for it. And then the last time ever was actually a stupid obstruction of justice.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I was always like, if I was getting hemmed up for something, I always kept my mouth shut because I knew when I got back out, I'm gonna get mine.
Right. And you know what? It's funny because when I got released from the burglary, the day I got out, I got 2 random phone calls. One was from the guy that got robbed that day, and we sat there and talked for 2.5 hours, became really good friends after that, went to all kinds of concerts and shit together. And then the other phone call was from the kid that fucking set me up and ratted me out, and fucking he actually committed the robbery, and I just sat there and kept my mouth shut while he said, Chris did it. And I don't fucking know. But I told him, if I ever see you again, dude, fucking, I'm gonna hurt you very badly. And I actually did end up seeing him just a couple of years ago, fucking 20 plus years later, and just seeing him and the way he's doing and how he's doing and living his life, all of that anger just washed away because karma got him.
And yes, Corey, in answer to your question, Chris was and still is a crank yanker.
Fuck yeah. Just making some calls to strangers.
But no, man, I'm telling you, it just, when I think back on like, all right, so like I'm writing my novel right now.
Right.
And I got up to one of the turning points in the novel, probably the first big turning point in the novel today. And it was, it all built up when I was under contract with Radio Las Cruces. Now I was brought in under contract. I got there. I went in to finish negotiating out the rest of my contract. I had already given them a signature with my letter of intent. So they had me on paper. It was done. But that was when they told me that the classic rock station that I was hiring in to handle the morning show for, they reformatted it to all mariachi music.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
They did that in a week between me signing my letter of intent and arriving there to get everything finalized. So instead of getting the salary and everything that I was expecting, they knocked me to an hourly position. And they said, well, as soon as we've got something where we can utilize you, we'll move you into full time. And they put me on the classic hit station that was AM, and it was talking classic hits. And then they put me on the country music station.
Yeehaw.
So after a few months, I started hammering on my program director and saying, hey, I've been watching our rating sheets, and this mariachi station is doing for crap. But Las Cruces is demanding a rock station. Let me reformat it and make it a rock station. I promise you it'll be a moneymaker. And we finally ended up in the meeting, everybody that was on air staff in a meeting, and me and this program director at opposite ends of the table yelling at each other over this. And him screaming, well, if you have a problem with it, you can get the fuck out, but I've got your NCA right here. And I yelled right back at him and said, that NCA was null and void due to a congressional act 3 months ago. So, I mean, there was a lot that was built up, and it was finally a phone call. I snuck into work. I got in early. I waited a few hours, and then I made a phone call, and I called this little-known internet place called Disaster Radio Network. And I got on the phone with Ray. And I told him what was going on, and I explained where I was at and how I felt and why. And he goes, dude, just go to internet. Fuck it.
He's like,
They
obviously
can't hit
your
you with the-
program is too pedestrian for, radio.
Well, he said they cannot hit you with the NCA, which for those of you that don't know, an NCA is a non-compete agreement.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he goes, they cannot hit you with the NCA if you are doing a completely different format and you're on the internet. They can't touch you there. So just go to internet.
Right.
And that was what brought about the old Mayhem Radio Network and brought that into fruition. And my God, I mean, the city got behind us. I couldn't believe how much and how big it really got, the city getting behind us and my morning show doing so well. And I mean, they really got behind what we were doing there. But back then, it was also a lot more difficult to get on the air and have listeners.
Yeah.
You actually had to pay money for the amount of listeners you had. My costs just kept going up and up and up and up and up.
Wow. Hey.
Well, I think by the time when the crash hit in 2008, that was when I had to close the doors. But prior to the crash, my mobile DJs that were out that were making me the primary amount of money that got dumped into that station, in all honesty, they were bringing me in about $3,000 to $4,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And 2/3 of that went right back into just paying my fees to have the station operational.
Mm.
And that was my licensing. That was my listener fees. That was all. I was close to $3,000 a month to keep that thing up and running.
Wow.
I mean, you guys have heard me say I would love to do music, but the licensing alone is outrageous. There's a reason.
Really?
Yeah.
Even on the
Hello,
internet?
Asgard Radio.
Even on the internet?
Yeah, but I'm not under the Asgard license yet.
I just wrapped up Throwback Thursday.
And my programming is not under the Asgard license. Otherwise, I'd be setting up a live stream.
Holy shit.
But yeah, BMI has got to get theirs before you even play a single song. Corey's absolutely correct.
Yep.
So you go through Sound Exchange, which covers all of them, and my God. Have you guys even looked at the fees for Sound Exchange lately?
No.
Ooh. Oofta. Well, Ray and I talked about that when we started getting into podcasting, and I'm like, good God. I don't want to give them that money. And Ray goes, not only do I not want to give them that money, I don't have that money.
Right, yeah.
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 Sound Exchange is not cheap.
Well,
That's
and here's my issue. You know, there's so many platforms out there that unfortunately, unless you buy physical copies of the albums, artists really don't get paid for radio or streaming services.
No, they don't. And that's wrong. I mean, back in the old days and the 90s and the 2000s, when I was breaking in, when we paid those royalty rights, a good chunk of that went to the artist, so they got the radio play. And now it doesn't happen.
Looks like the minimum through Sound Exchange is $25,000. Minimum.
Yes. Minimum.
That's ridiculous.
And there's more fees than that. So
Right.
Well, I know Asgard, we pay ASCAP and BMI, and I'm glad Jim takes care of it.
Yeah, and Slider screams about it every month, doesn't he?
Once a year. Usually around April.
Yeah. No, there went my money again. But yeah, I was every penny, $3,000 to $5,000 a month, keeping it up and running.
wow.
So when I look back at that and I look at the development of that station, I had a lot of fun doing it. Don't get me wrong. We really did. Of course, that was also the point in time where Rage Jewed me out of money and didn't come down and laughed his way to the bar with my money after I paid to get his ass out of jail.
But his wrestling career was up here.
No comment. I'm not going to speak that ill. I think he was more interested in getting that $50 from Herpopotamus than he was trying to pay me. That man died still owing Sarah Jane $50. That's messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I miss it. I wish he was here right now just so I could ask him if he's ever going to pay her back. because he would get so angry at that.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted a reaction out of him before he passed. He was just kind of laying there, and I saw him on a video. And I said that, Sarah Jane asked me if she was going to get her money from him or if she had to get it from the estate. And he managed enough energy to pop one eye wide open looking at the camera and then force his arm around to flip me off.
One final fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got the last fuck you out of Rage. I really did.
Yeah.
That's fun.
And you deserved it.
Exactly.
And like my last conversation with Marvin was, Marvin and I would talk for 3 hours at a time on the phone. And my last conversation with him was, it wasn't unlike any other conversation I had with him. It was absolutely hysterical. We had each other cracking up. And, I'm at the point now, especially with last year and everything I saw last year, I'm at this juncture where I'm like, I choose to remember everybody like that.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember the sign in the studio that said, "Hey, Rage, when are you going to pay back Sarah Jane?" And him flipping the fuck out when he about ripped my studio apart when he saw that. And every time he'd bring it up, I just point at the sign and he's like, "You son of a bitch,"
Yeah.
I remember Fat Fortune. I had when CM Punk came back in AEW, I had a pay-per-view party. First one I'd had in years. And Rage and Rage's wife, is now widow, and Fat 420 were there. And then we went on and we did a show. And Fat 420 walked right into the damn studio and he goes, "Hey, Rage, are you ever going to pay back Sarah Jane?" And Rage got up. He was ready to fight.
All you had to do was just pay $50.
He's ready to go.
All he had to do was pay $50 fucking dollars, and it would have taken care of the whole thing. But he refused to pay her back.
Well, so we got our money's worth out of that joke then.
Hell yeah, we did.
Still are.
Yep.
Yeah.
I still have the audio the first time I said it to him, and oh my God, he went off.
I know one day I posted under Marvin's daughter's one of her posts, and I let it drop real quick. Because I didn't know. I made it come. I just said, "Oh, I wonder how long it's going to take before Marvin finds Jimmy up in heaven to annoy you." She posted on there. She said, "Steve," she said, "I'll message you, but before he passed away, Jimmy and 2 other people he did not want to see them at all when he went to heaven." Like, "Oh, okay." She said, No. She said, "I just don't want to bring it up on here because I don't." She said, "But I'll message you if you want to know." I'm like, Nah, that's cool. I understand. No problem."
Yeah, I do know who the people were because, again, we talked so much.
Right, yeah. There's only 3 people that didn't care. He didn't want to meet them when he got up there, that's for sure. And Jimmy
If I
was
die today, I got $233 in credit card debt, and that's it.
But when I look back at Marvin and I think about that friendship, and I look back at Rage and I think about that friendship, and they were great friendships. But I'll tell you, I told Marvin about the book. Marvin was one of the first people I sat down with, and I talked in very, very explicit detail about my novel and what I was writing. And Marvin goes, "Well, TJ, I'm going to tell you this." I go, "Uh-oh." it will be successful. I won't be here to review the book, but it will be successful. And you know, I was just touched by that.
Yeah.
Because as I'm just describing different things that happen and what I'm putting into the novel, he's cracking up. And then he goes, well, why didn't you ever say any of this or talk about any of this on Morning Disaster? I said, because Ray never asked.
Right.
Yeah.
And every time I would start to lead into something like that, or something about that time frame, especially in recent years, Ray wouldn't hear any of it, and it was all about how Steve is better than me.
Oh God. That ever
And I'm like, damn it, man. You know, I got some experiences that Steve does not have.
Yeah, lots.
But yeah, I am I actually, before I came to work, I finished the chapter where me and the group that I ran with, we toasted the new studio. It was all put together. Everything's ready to light up. And I'm now writing the first, there's only a few chapters in there that's going to be this, but I'm writing the first one now that's in third person.
Okay.
And I'm just taking little tidbits that I got from the people involved in this, but I'm putting it together and making, kind of creating the story around it. While I'm still staying true to the characters that I've created now based on the actual people. Like when I get to the third novel and Steve will have a character of him in the third novel. But Steve, I'm going to warn you up front. I'm making that guy far worse than you.
Okay.
I got a book that I think is right up of all of your guys' alley.
Hey, let me guess. It's all about you, and I should shit can what I'm writing.
No. Don't shit can what you're writing. I'll read it. This book has nothing to do with me. I just told the author, and I read part of the book, and I'm waiting for an actual copy of it.
Okay.
That I'd give him a shout out. The book is called The New American Way by Mark Adams.
I've heard of that.
Mark Adams is a good friend of mine. And it's basically about this guy that is handpicked by military leaders to run the country.
See now, and okay, I've heard of it, and I've heard the creativity behind it, and I would want to sit down and read it eventually. But like, I'm not even digging back into my favorite books right now because I'm writing this novel.
Right.
Because I'm afraid that if I dig back into one that I love to read, it's going to influence what I'm trying to write, what I'm trying to create.
Yeah.
And I don't, I've adopted some of the styles of some of my favorite authors. Like believe it or not, first of all, my absolute favorite author of all time is Tom Clancy.
Oh.
I am a huge Tom Clancy fan. I own every book he's ever written. I've started to get into the Reacher novels. I love those. I'm getting them little by little.
So you like military-based novels?
I'm going to start picking up the Jeff Lindsay novels, the Dexter novels. And I'm also one that really loves a lot of like documentary books. So another one I have that's on my nightstand is Vago's Vagos, Mongols, and Outlaws. And it's the story that eventually became an A&E TV series that's all based around Charles Falco, you know, the biggest rat ever. And his whole thing with infiltrating the Vagos was he was trying to get out of a meth charge where he was manufacturing and selling meth at $100,000 a month.
Damn.
Yeah, he got popped with a little bit.
That still ain't the biggest in America.
No.
That's a lot.
The biggest meth dealer in the United States history was Tom Arnold's sister, and she lived in Ottumwa, Iowa.
That explains Radar.
And,
Yes, it does.
and she just fucked up because she had way too much money and didn't know what the fuck to do with it.
Do you guys remember the Mark Wahlberg movie, The Gambler? They had John Goodman in it.
Yeah.
Now, I love that movie.
I'm a fan of Marky Mark.
I'm going to tell you right now that John Goodman had the best line in that movie. Or the best, you know, the best series of lines in that movie. He really did. Because he said, you get that much money. You throw that in an interest-bearing checking account. You buy yourself a 3-bedroom house with a 25-year roof. You'd stick it. You buy yourself a Honda to get around in. It's a good, reliable car. And the rest of that money is fuck you money. You go to work. You don't want to do what the boss says. Yeah, fuck you, blow me. I got money. I'm out of here. It's literally freedom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fucking dude, John Goodman, he's the shit. But
but I'll tell you what, that's literally why I will never win the lottery, because that's exactly what I would do.
But anytime you bring up John Goodman, I automatically go to the Big Lebowski.
Well, you think about Roseanne, you think about The Babe, you think about the Big Lebowski.
And you know what's really funny about the Big Lebowski? There's a multiverse that it's a part of.
Really?
With Steve Buscemi. His character in Billy Madison, Con Air, and the Big Lebowski are all the same person.
No shit.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And he ate people.
Yep. That's the Buscemi verse.
Oh.
He had the whole world in his hand.
He did. And then he went bowling.
Yeah. But no, you know, like I said, when I look at, so as I'm writing this, I'm like, there's certain things I'd love to just, you know, sit down and read again, and I'm not doing it because I'm so focused on this and getting it done.
All right.
Now, Julie's saying that Buscemi is hot.
I did not say he was hot.
He is a very versatile, very talented actor, whether it be comedy or crazy or
Oh yeah,
whatever.
he's
very
an
versatile.
amazing actor.
His best was, I think his best was in Fargo.
In your opinion,
Was what now?
It was in Fargo.
In your opinion, throughout all of Hollywood, and me and my wife, we have the same
Oh,
person in
Armageddon.
mind
He
for
was good
this.
too. He was a good Armageddon too.
Who plays the best villain in his movies?
And Buscemi's?
No, just in movies in general.
Oh, Jared Leto.
Oh, my opinion?
Jared Leto, does he play a villain multiple times?
Mm.
You're
And
thinking
is he
Jared
really
Leto.
good
I'm
at it?
thinking, oh, damn it. I can't remember the name of his crazy ass, but he was Mr. Joshua in Lethal Weapon. Oh,
him-
Gary Busey.
Yeah, BC.
See, me and my wife, we both go for Tim Curry.
What about Sean Penn? Or no, Sean Bean. Sorry.
Tim, I mean, people that are really, really good at playing a villain, I'd say Tim Curry.
What about Johnny Depp?
When did Johnny Depp play a villain?
And,
Except for Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney Todd. Below.
That man was a hero.
Well, I know he was a hero, but he wasn't, man. He wasn't a good guy.
No, George Young, actually, he really was a good guy.
He was cool. He was good.
He was a cool
Captain
motherfucker.
Jack Black. No.
Jack Sparrow, no, he was not a villain. Another hero.
Yeah, Julie's in here saying Tim Curry or Alan Rickman.
Tim Curry or Alan Rickman. Those were our top two for me and my wife. Yep.
About Christopher Lee. He was just a badass.
I'm still stuck on Steve Buscemi. Or not Steve Buscemi, but
Gary
God.
Busey.
Gary Busey. Because Gary Busey in Lethal Weapon was that controlled nutbag.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about Gary Busey, though. The question was who's good at playing a villain in their roles. Gary Busey, people in Hollywood are straight up scared of him.
Yeah. Yeah, especially after since the motorcycle accident. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I was ever to write an action movie, I would want Gary Busey.
Oh yeah.
Someone once said if you get into a fight with Gary Busey, you're fighting Gary Busey and all 11 of his personalities, and I think 3 of them are Mexican.
Exactly.
But Gary Busey, I'd really, you look at the different villains he's played and how authentic it really is, right? I really think that
Tommy
Gary
Boy.
Busey is that method actor.
Or not
You know,
Tommy
he's
Boy.
the guy that's got to get in the head of that villain, and then it adopts as a personality for him.
Yeah.
I liked him in Black Sheep. That's what it was.
But I'll tell you what, here's another one that was probably one of the best ones I've ever seen. And that would be Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger as the Joker in The Dark Knight. My God.
See, that's what I'm saying. Okay, you want to go on who plays the best Joker?
Jared Leto. Jared Leto. Fucking yeah.
I don't know, man.
Jared Leto. All the fucking he was the fucking craziest motherfucker. You're probably gonna see Jack Nicholson.
I got to be honest, Steve. I don't think Jared Leto would have got it if Heath Ledger would have lived.
Really?
Yeah, I really do. If you go back and you really watch The Dark Knight,
Yeah.
and how Heath Ledger was as the Joker, he was like Jared Leto played crazy.
Yeah.
Heath Ledger was just flat psycho. I'm going to make this. And it's the one scene that sticks out in my mind all the time with Heath Ledger.
Although I did watch The Dark Knight and I did watch Joker, I got to say Jack Nicholson or Cesar Romero.
Well,
So you're going to go back old school.
Old school, yep.
Well, Jack Nicholson took it more of like the original comics.
right.
And so did Cesar Romero. I mean, the Joker was just, he was a goofball thief in those.
But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing about Jack Nicholson's Joker. He had a line. And every time he said this line, you knew some shit was going to go down. You ever watch the devil dance, or you ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? Bam,
Yeah.
something's about to get fucked up.
But the one that sticks out in my mind, where I still say Heath Ledger is the one for me. I'm going to make this pencil disappear. Wham! Ta-da!
God,
That right there, that sticks out in my mind so heavily.
Corey's got a good one. William Dafoe.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, yeah.
Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
Willem Dafoe is one of those guys that you throw anything in at that guy, and he's going to make you believe that he is that person.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, hold on, because I think it may have been him. Let me.
He was the it was the Hobgoblin before the Green Goblin, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
So he was the Hobgoblin in the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, and you really believed it there, right?
Okay.
But I'll throw you an obscure one that a lot of people don't think of. And again, I go back to this, like when I think of Willem Dafoe, I think of Boondock Saints. The original Boondock Saints. And how that guy really made you believe that not only was he this amazing investigator that could break anything down and read a crime scene, but he was so closet case gay. That it's like, and you believed it. You truly believed it with Willem Dafoe.
Steve, what is going on with your camera?
You had
think
me
Steve was
confused
getting
for a
hit.
second, because some of these guys are really good at playing similar roles, and I immediately you ever see The Hateful Eight?
No, I haven't.
Oh, gotta watch it. Badass fucking movie. There's a scene in the movie where Kurt Russell smashes a guitar. And the sad thing about it is he was supposed to smash a prop guitar and didn't realize it had been hadn't been swapped out for the prop. Just walks in and smashes it, and it was an 1870 Martin that was on loan.
Oh.
Well, like, I'm actually already starting to think with my novel. I'm already starting to think about casting for the first one. And like my friend Ange, the perfect person to play her has got to be Michelle Rodriguez. And it's all because, like Ange, then the only thing that kind of inhibits that is the height difference. Like Ange is 5'8". But Ange is this bass player, bartender, badass. Then I've got Squirrel. And Squirrel one of these days is going to join us on the show.
Yep, you're right, Corey. It was $100,000 guitar that was on loan from the Martin Museum for the movie, and Kurt Russell smashed it.
Ouch.
And the Hateful Eight.
Yep.
I'll say then I get the Squirrel, and I'm like, all right, who fits Squirrel?
You give him a chance, Steve will fit Squirrel.
Well,
No.
If you're going to put anyone in a movie with the name Squirrel, you got to get Tommy Chong.
Ooh.
Dude, no, this is a female. So
Oh.
how is Tommy Chong going to play a female with that beard?
Well, Tommy Chong's going to play the squirrel because if you remember Half Baked, he is the squirrel.
Yes, he did. But like, everybody, I can kind of picture where to go. The one casting that I can't do is me. I can't pick that person.
That one's gone.
Huh?
One that came to my mind has already passed away, so we won't be able to get him.
You know, I knew a guy that he used to say Edward Norton all the time. And back then that would kind of fit, you know, with the mustache and a goatee if he grew that out again. Because I did, you know, most of my time back then, I always had a mustache and goatee at a minimum. And I'm like, yeah, maybe, nah. Edward Norton's not, he's not wild enough. And I'm sure, you know, when the time comes, if that time comes, we'll figure that out. But it's either Michelle Rodriguez or Jordana Brewster that's going to have to play Ange, period.
I think you're saying that just because you want to meet them on the set.
Dude, I want to bang Michelle Rodriguez. I'm not going to deny it. If I got the chance with Michelle Rodriguez, I swear to God, I would eat that until I taste brains. Steve's getting the visual while he's like
Matt Friedman.
Matt Friedman? Who the hell is that?
He played teenage Howard Stern in Private Parts.
Oh. And for Chris, if I do write him into the novel, because and I'm still trying to, if I write Chris into the novel and I'm still deciding because he keeps wanting royalties.
I don't want no fucking royalties.
He won't be in it until the second one anyway. But if I do write him into the second one, it's gonna be the guy from you know, if it goes movie, the guy from Napoleon Dynamite. That would have to be Chris.
Vote for Pedro.
Come
Come on, you can't get Jason Mewes?
Well, I'm not going to get Jason Statham for you, I'll tell you that.
No, Jay from Jay and Silent Bob.
Nah.
Boochies. Or you can always get David Spade dressed up as Joe Dirt.
Yeah.
That'd be a little more accurate.
Yeah. Guy who played as the Tiger King.
Corey says I may not have the right parts for Michelle Rodriguez. She likes the carpet.
So
Actually, speaking of Adam, I talked to my brother the other day, and the Tiger Kings, they got rumors that he's getting shipped to Arkansas.
Really?
Yeah.
I think they need to ship him to Taylorville.
My brother said there's rumors that he's going to be coming there. I says, well, if he does, dude, fucking walk up and just smack him and say, this one's for Carol Baskins.
Carol fucking Baskins. I think they should ship. No, actually, I know where they should put the Tiger King. They need to put him in this little apartment complex I know about in a town called Williamsville, Illinois.
Oh yeah, we got a couple of people in another building.
Dude's just fucking weird.
Of course, he'd probably start hitting on Steve.
Oh yeah.
Wait, you would sleep with the Tiger King?
Oh,
you actually excited about that, Steve?
Probably.
Like he might hit on you.
That shirt, Adam.
You know, he likes to pitch and not catch. You do know that, right?
That's right.
I thought Steve played both sides of the field.
No, I would prefer you come in the back door. I don't like Steve when he's in the front door.
He says he prefers to pitch, but sometimes, you know, he's got to let the other team get up to bat.
This is what I get for being at work and not having my fucking bell.
You should just take it with you. There you go.
I should.
Yeah.
So I will be putting in for the time off for Smoker Mania next week.
Okay.
The belt is commissioned and should be getting sent soon. So with that being said, Chris, let's hear your promo for this week for Smoker Mania.
Steve, you're going down. I don't know. That's all I got to say, dude. Fucking name says it all. Chronic Chris, minister of marijuana. I am an ordained minister, and I am pro pot.
I tell you right now, you will go down.
Nah,
If I have to change my name,
I ain't going down. See, because here's the thing. I'm going to get you fucking Willie style. We're going to do some dabs. Then we're going to do some vapes. Then we're going to smoke a joint. Then we're going to do a couple bong rips.
I'm Stone Cold Steve Possum.
And before we even start, we're going to eat a brownie. And we're going to drink Dr. Puffer soda all day long.
Okay, I love Dr. Pepper. Bring it on.
I didn't say Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pecker?
Yeah, just put your lips to it.
We'll be drinking this all day.
Okay. As long as you're buying it. But that's just fucking expensive. I
So-
had root beer.
If you're ready for the challenge and you're ready to get your fucking...
The location is yet to be
Lead card
determined,
pulled.
Corey, but the date is going to be the first Friday of March.
And it's going to be a
8
good
p.m.
Friday.
We're going live.
What time?
We are still working.
I
on
believe
the-
that's March the 8th.
Yes.
Hey,
No, 7th. 7th.
I got an idea. I got an idea.
I got an idea. How about you let me have the ideas?
Okay.
So I do believe it's March the 8th that we're planning on this. I am expecting the belt to arrive within the next 3 to 4 weeks, and when it does arrive on an episode of Mayhem's Amigos, on one of the Sunday episodes, I will be doing the reveal of the belt.
Oh, shit. Oh,
So
shit.
everybody's going to get a chance to see the belt.
Oh. Bluetooth coming out.
Remember, we are doing this to raise money for the Asgard charity that is going to be taking care of bands that are out there, independent bands that are having troubles. They are a financial aid charity that assists these bands to keep them on the road and keep them touring. Every donation, then you get to create a $10 donation to this charity.
Okay.
I am personally next month putting up $500,
Oh, shit.
and I am challenging Slider to match me.
Damn. That's a lot
We
of
want to
money.
make this a good one out of the gate.
Okay. I tried to explain it to Ray today, but I told him he just need to talk to you about it.
Now I will say very pointedly that I'm not one of these people that's going to get angry if it's just my money put up and we do this.
Oh, no,
I'm
we
doing
want-
it because I believe in the charity.
Right. We want to raise money.
I know of other places that run a charity that if they don't put up the numbers they want to put up, they get very angry
Oh, fuck that.
and they take it out on people, and I disagree with that.
Right.
So if we get $700, if we get $600 and Slider doesn't match me, I'm okay with that. We did something.
See, and here's the thing. We ain't like that either. We did an event last year, and after we paid the bands and paid the venue, we maybe made $100 to put into the Asgard Network, and we weren't mad. We had $100 to put in the Asgard Network, and we had a good time doing it.
Right.
So, yes, expect the belt reveal in February. I will be putting in to have that Friday off so I can make sure I'm home for it. So I can be live on the air. And the winner, I will, within 24 hours of naming a winner, that belt will be going into certified priority shipping to the winner.
I don't look good. I look good. All right, with my pouch.
What?
My shelf.
Steve, are you going to make your little pillow pal wear the belt?
Oh, you look good down there. Right underneath the underwear. Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
Nah, I might have
Yeah, that's part of where we're having a problem with the venue, Corey, is, again, I go back to, I do not want Steve to get in trouble.
Right. Well, you need to mail me. You need to write it all out, mail it to me, and the next time I go to Shangri-La, I'll present that with them because I know they did a deal out in the park. They have a big paved parking lot. They did a thing out there for Halloween out in the parking lot. It was like a fundraiser type of deal. They had different.
Oh, wow. Corey says Steve's going to win the belt, and then he's going to finger blast the pillow while she's wearing the belt.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You bet.
I'm telling you right now that if Steve wins the belt, there's two things I want to see happen. If Steve wins the belt, I want to see at least 3 Morning Disaster episodes where Steve's got that belt over his shoulder.
You 3.
And number 2, I want Steve carrying that into at least 1 meet and greet.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, I'd roll.
Yeah. I'm on what the shirt that says. I'm on here for the pussy.
See, I'm thinking about buying a cheap camper and fucking going up there and being like, all right, here's our location.
You know what? That would actually work.
Yeah.
If you got like a cheap motorhome, or, well, hell, you used to smoke weed in your van by the river.
Yeah.
Or if we knew someone that already had a motor coach.
I know a guy that's got a dirty van, but I don't think he'd help us out.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm not big on dirty vans. My van down by the river, I at least kept it clean. And like straight up, the back of the van was like my house, shoes off.
Well, I mean, that van, I think you can get DVD in it. Dirty van disease.
Yeah. Corey's got a garage. What's in your garage, Corey? Come on, bro.
You think Corey'd let you use this garage, man? His wife would kill him.
No, his wife's cool. His kids will be in college in March.
But we've got to have internet connection, and you guys got to be able to log in and be on camera for it.
Yeah.
He's got good internet. Chat him.
But yeah, like a small, like a Class C motorhome.
Oh, yeah.
that you could park out in the parking lot at Steve's apartment, that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Because then Steve can't get in trouble. You're in the motorhome.
Exactly. Exactly. I looked at another one the other day. I was over there.
I mean, really,
But-
Steve, if you want to come to Kentucky, we'll do it right here.
You know, if I'll be honest with you, dude, if I had a dependable vehicle, I would. But I don't trust my fucking truck to go to fucking paint it. Let alone fucking drive.
But if Steve is staying at my house, I'm locking my bedroom door.
Wait, no, I got the perfect idea. What you need to get, Chris, is you need to get like the Walter White Winnebago
That's what I'm saying.
and cruise that thing down to Riverside Park.
Yeah.
Actually, better yet, because you know how they got vinyl wraps for cars?
Yeah.
They now have vinyl wraps for RVs.
Oh, yeah.
And they have a Cousin Eddie vinyl wrap for an RV.
Oh, really?
That will never go on my coach.
Why
That
not?
will never go on because my coach has actually got a really cool paint scheme to it.
It's an RV, Clark.
That will never go. I shan't allow something so low class to wind up on my coach.
I done said straight up, I want to get a tattoo across my stomach that says first class or roach class white trash with a big cockroach on my belly button.
No, I'm telling you, man, like if you got that and then went down to Riverside Park and just set up down there on like a tablet or something with an RV, that would work just perfect.
Well, provided you could get service on that tablet. Yeah.
Well, I'm looking at one on
Well, I mean, here's the scary part, though, is I'm sure there's going to be some guys that walk up and they want to hit on Chris.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking at one right now on Marketplace for $800, but it needs a new ceiling.
Oh, shit. I just so fucking tarp over it.
But it's a 1990 Jayco, $800.
That ain't bad.
How long is yours, TJ?
This Amazon guy is going to...
with the C6 transmission.
Oh.
This Amazon guy is going to piss me off.
Is he fondling your package too much, TJ?
He just won't get past. He won't let me get past him. Like, dude, I'm obviously driving a faster truck. You want to sit here and try to stay with me? You must be a Jeff Gordon fan.
Oh, God. Here we go again. Oh, God. I almost said that. Well, you guys don't ever mention Jeff Gordon on TJ. Oh, God. You get a fucking hour. Fucking Jeff Gordon, motherfucker.
It was not an hour.
Fucking pussy ass motherfucker.
I will admit to like 20 minutes, but it was not an hour.
I hope he dies in a fucking fiery crash with sex toys jammed up his fucking butt. What? Calm down, dude.
Fucking Jeff Gordon.
Here we go.
The fire was caused from friction burns due to lack of lube.
You know, here's the thing though, is here's what I'm kind of looking at. Like, all right, Chris has nothing better to do than smoke weed and talk shit. So he's kind of got an advantage there. But Steve has his own advantage.
What's that?
Like if Steve eats some of that pedestrian chili the night before, oh, buddy, you could get some butt rumbling going on, and if the door is locked on that RV, that could be
Be a different
Boy.
version of a hot box.
Oh man, that could be what does it. That could be what does it, Chris.
I want to fucking do that so fucking bad. I want a hot box.
What's that? The RV?
No, just hot box. You know, they got these little fucking tents. You know, that guys get in and they fill the motherfucker up with fucking weed smoke. With fucking.
Oh God, you two in an RV, you're gonna hot box that thing all the way out.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I give it an hour and we're not gonna see you.
That would be fucking bad.
Fuck, give me the right pen and it will take 10 minutes.
But I'm telling you right now, you know, if Steve rips one of them extremely nasty Royal Rumble farts, oh my God. Like you could open the vents and all the windows and it's still not going to air that fart out.
No, see, what we need to do is I want to figure out a way, and I'm going to talk to a guy. Hold on, I know the name Bonginator. How the fuck do they hook up that smoke machine to their bong when they're on stage?
I'm still sitting here like the more I think about it, that RV idea is a damn good idea. I like that.
Yeah, it really is.
So who's volunteering their RV?
Not me.
TJ.
I live in mine.
It is.
And mine's in Texas. I'm not bringing it up for that.
Exactly.
And
Get
besides,
Chris and Steve down to TJ's RV.
well,
there
now
in
I can
Texas.
honestly say mine is a family heirloom, and I will not allow that smoke in that coach.
I used to
So-
have two motherfuckers.
Now it's dead on and smoking weed in Texas is illegal.
Exactly.
No, possessing it is illegal. Distributing it is illegal. There's no law in the United States that says it is illegal to smoke weed.
If you're caught with it, you're done.
See, now if I'm busy doing something with my hands and my buddy's standing there smoking a joint, and instead of passing it to me, he holds it up to my lips and I hit it while he's holding it. If the cops roll up that moment, it's in his possession, even though I'm hitting it.
That's right.
In
I have
Texas,
done
they
nothing
have it
illegal.
wrote in that if they see you smoking it, they've got you on public intoxication with it too.
Oh,
So yes, consuming
Yeah.
it can have you arrested in Texas.
Yeah, I know there's intoxication laws in effect now, but I'm saying, like, you know, if we're sitting at home and doing something and all of a sudden the cops kick the door in while he's putting the joint to my lips, he gets in trouble, not me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you do too. Because then they hook you under the public intoxication. And if it is any type of a narcotic in Texas, that is automatically a felony.
Ooh.
Even if we're not in public, say we're at my buddy's house and they kick in the door.
They'll nail you anyway.
Wow.
And they will prosecute it and they will convict on it.
In fucking Texas, they'll probably hang you.
By your peen.
Yeah.
Oh, Steve has nothing to worry about then.
Exactly.
And with that being said,
Ooh,
Adam, what are your final thoughts tonight?
I don't know. I'm sorry that I was late. I mean, other than that, I'm not really thinking much.
Oh my God. Steve, your final thoughts tonight.
Thursday night.
What was that?
It's a good time. It's a good time. It's a good time. You know, I'm gonna win it, motherfucker. So, man, you can talk shit, all the shit you want, you know. I've got a whole bunch of other people that they all get, the motherfucker will get right, you know. You guys want some fucking But the weed out there, I'm fucking smoking. I don't have a fucking beta.
Hey, is Cooking the Pores going to be coming back?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe next, not this Sunday, but maybe in a couple weeks. Yeah, on Sunday evening, it'll be returning. In the evening, of course. Yeah, I just got a fucking notice that my fucking food stamps went down this year.
Damn, really?
Well, my food stamps went down because my income went up. So,
Wow.
well, and actually, my income went up $25. My food stamps went down $25. So it all evens out,
Yeah.
Did you get it?
Chris, final thoughts tonight.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, fucking out with 2024, in with 2025, right? What the fuck is really going on here? Always support local independent music. Always support local independent businesses.
Yeah.
Your mom and pop shop, your local garage band playing at the local bar. Go out and support them. What's $10 for a ticket and maybe $5-10 for a CD to support an independent band? With that, always keep the rubber to the road and watch out for motorcycles.
And there you go, folks. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody again for tuning in tonight, being a part of the show. Thank you so much to the chat room for being active and contributing. This has been Amigos After Dark with Adam, Steve, Chris, and myself. We will see you Sunday afternoon, 2 p.m., and we'll be back for another Mayhem's Amigos. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Welcome to 2025. Let's make this a great year. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.